shoot. Almost got into an accident. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Miss Angel Baby and
Mr. Valentino. How's everybody doing today?
We are back with another video. Today, it's not such a good day. I really didn't want to have to do a vlog like this, but I just been going through a lot. As far as like being discriminated against, being harassed at work, and it's just been so much. And that's what I was telling you guys in the other video, that I was going through some stuff, and if you could say some prayers for me or whatnot. But it's basically what I've been going through, being discriminated against, being harassed. It's not okay. I did nothing wrong. So anything you want to say before I get started?
No, I just hope you guys really listen to what she's got to say today, because it's kind of serious.
Yeah. So basically, how it really all boiled over, it's really not the first time that they've sort of, discriminated against me, but we're going to get to the bigger picture and what's going on now. So it was June 2nd, my manager comes to me and he asked me if I ever done a training class. I said no. He asked me would I like to. I said yes, of course. So he has me run a training class. Everything is great. Everything goes smooth. Okay, backstory, I've been there for 7 months. I've been a great employee. I've never been in trouble for anything, never gotten in a mix of anything. Always been friendly with everybody. People pretend like they were friendly with me. So I do the training class. Everything goes good. Everybody that I was training was so excited, happy, came back the next day. So the next day I get back and I'm working. At the end of the day, the boss comes to me and says that some people have sensed that I have an attitude problem. And I said, an attitude problem? And he looked at me with a straight face and he said, yeah. And he said, he said, to be honest, I've sensed it too. And I'm just like, what? And I told him, I said, why? Because to myself, I have an attitude? And you know what he said? He said, yeah. He goes, there's something off about you. You're quiet. What's going on? He even accused me of being upset for not getting a raise. I told him I'm not upset. I don't have an attitude. So I'm just being accused of something. And it's just been a mess, you guys. So I'm really upset. So I'm like just crying. So he says, you're not in trouble, whatever, you want to take the rest of the day off, after we come to the conclusion. And here I am at the end of the conversation. At first I'm blaming myself. I'm like, you know what, maybe I need to talk more, but I'm going through so much. I was going through so much, and it's like I just wanted to be alone. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'll go there to work. I'm not there to make friends. I'm there to work. So I go home. And I don't know if he's worried that I'm going to say something or what, but he's like, I'll give you a ride home. So I'm getting a ride home from him. It's an awkward ride, mind you. But I'm just sitting here thinking, but I'm still kind of like, yeah, maybe it's me, maybe I need to be, I really don't know what I was thinking. For a second, I feel like he kind of sold me on it was my fault. But, which is crazy. It's crazy. So, that was on, what day was that? That was on Thursday. Yeah, that was on a Thursday, which was the 3rd of June.
What?
When he pulled me in the office. But he asked me to train on the 2nd. But he pulled me in the office on the 3rd of June. And said that, mind you, we get off at 4. He pulled me in the office at 2:15. So he waited to the end of the day to just mess my spirit up.
Yeah.
And it was ridiculous. I'm like, I don't understand. It's like, why would you bring something like that to me? like you trying to start issues, and he's gonna tell me that I should talk to her about it, basically like confront her about confront these people about why they think I have an attitude, basically, and told me who it was. So I'm just sitting there, so I'm home. So the next day, like, I couldn't think about it all night. Like, I couldn't, like, oh my goodness, I was just stressed out. I was crying, everything. So the next day, I'm trying to get ready for work, and then I just started talking to me, Mr. Valentino. Yeah. And I just started bawling my eyes out. I was like, I can't do it. I can't go back there. I need to get something done. I have to complain about this. This is crazy. I'm being attacked for no reason. This is crazy. So I call, and I'm really upset. I'm calling corporate. I'm really upset. So I talked to someone in Human Resources, and she's like, yeah, I'm going to take care of it. And I'm just letting her know, like, you know, mind you, but I'm going through a lot, and there's a lot of things that I'm gonna say, but I'm not gonna get too much into it. You know, there's a lot of things going on as far as drug use, alcohol use, all kind of stuff like that. So those are things that I choose not to participate in or be around. And I don't know. I'm thinking, I'm like, I need to find another job. I know I do. But it's like, I can't give up. Like, first, I'm gonna fight this because I don't deserve this. And right now, we're on our way down to the EEOC so I can get the paperwork to file a charge against this job. But anywho, so I'm talking to Human Resource. She said she'll take care of it. So I take a personal day. That was on Friday. That was the day that I did my mukbang shopping for you guys. I told you I took a personal day. That was that day. When I seen kind of down that morning, and I was telling you guys about how not to allow no one to treat you, I was referring to that. I was just so upset. Like, my eyes looked red. I had just been crying. So I took the day. I go back Monday. Monday is June 7th. And that's a really sensitive day for me because that's my daughter's birthday. The one that, you know, that I lost when she was younger. So that's a very, very sensitive day. So I go back on Monday, and he basically does he has this attitude. It's like the manager's really upset because, you know, of course I call Human Resource. So he does this big meeting, and he's like, saying, now he wants to talk about numbers and this and that and how we're producing. And he's like, if all you can bring is this and that, then maybe you should look for a different job. And as soon as he says that, he looks right at me. He looks right at me, you guys. But I was like about to laugh. I was trying to hold it in because I was like, he's just upset. So, like, because I complained about being harassed. It's like, I shouldn't have to be uncomfortable when I go to work. That's not right. Oh, shoot. Oh, yeah. Almost got into an accident. Okay, yeah, guys, we just came from the EEOC, and they were extremely packed, so I'm just gonna do it on the phone. They said I can do it over the phone, so it'll be more better. So
sorry she had to cut off. I'm telling you, man, these drivers out here are ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, we're sitting over here driving, and this guy is in a turning lane, and he's getting ready to turn left, and he wants to turn into my lane. I'm like, that's crazy. It almost hit us.
Yeah, you guys saw that. He almost hit us. That's crazy.
So we had to cut it off. But we back.
Yeah, it's a good thing that my husband's a driver for a living. He has very good defensive driving, so he's a very good driver.
Yeah, I deal with this kind of stuff every day, man. I tell you, these drivers out here are crazy.
He used to drive diesels. He has a CDL.
I used to drive those big rigs. I was on the road, man. I was doing all that crazy stuff out there.
Yeah. So, let's get back to it, guys. Okay, so Monday, you know, I get there and they're not really saying anything at all. There's no communication. I'm getting the cold shoulder. On top of that, like I said, it's my daughter's birthday. I'm just feeling down. By the end of the day, I was in tears, just crying. Tuesday, I go to work. Everything's good. They pull the same stuff on me the end of the day. dragging me in the office. This time he tells me that I can never be a team lead or a manager because I don't know how to, I can't manage to keep my numbers up. It's really crazy because everybody was having a hard week last week, and the only appointment that I did set last week was the day that I was training, and I was only on the phone for an hour, so that wasn't good enough excuse. But I already knew what it was, you know, and I said, he's upset I'm being retaliated against because I spoke up, because I'm being discriminated against, because I'm being harassed. So I come home, get ready for work, same thing happens. There we go on that cycle of anxiety, that roller coaster. Okay guys, we're back. Okay, sorry, my hubby's getting gas. He's out getting gas. Okay, so Tuesday, I mean, it was just ridiculous by all that stuff that happened on Tuesday. So Wednesday, I called back down there to corporate. I'm like, look, I can't take this. This is ridiculous. Something's got to give. I can't go on like this. I'm going to have to find another job, or something's going to have to happen. I'm going to file a complaint or something. Something has to be done. So I talked to one of the head guys. He tells me he's going to work it out. He's going to get on it. I promise you, give you my word. There will not be any retaliation against you. I'm like, okay. So I'm fine. So I feel a little better because I'm like, I got it off my chest, and he said he was going to make sure everything was done. But I had talked to this guy before, and this same guy that I talked to, he's the head guy, and he told me once before, this is how good I was, that I needed to be a manager and I belonged to be a lead, and that he was going to take care of me financially, to make sure I was taken care of financially and everything. This was told to me before all this stuff even happened. So I talked to him. He says he's going to take care of it. I'm telling him these things that's going on, and it's like, in a way, I feel like, again, I feel like I have to prove myself. Like, he's not believing all these things that are going on. So I'm just like, okay, I'm going to give it a chance. So, you know, I'm just open up with him like, yeah, you know what, I'm in therapy, I'm in recovery, and I can't deal with this, it's just too much, and something needs to be done. So he's like, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and take care of you, make sure everything's taken care of, you know. So, and he tells me before he hangs up, he tells me, he says, yeah, what I talked to you about, you know, before, it still stands. So that means he's saying I can still be a team lead, and he's still going to take care of me financially, make sure I'm okay. So the next day, I get ready for work. I tell him, I say, okay, so is it okay for me to go ahead and go in, because I don't want any issues? And he tells me, he says, oh, let me tell you, let me read exactly what I said, actually, so I'll get it. And then we're gonna probably put it up to. I tell him, he tells me, so he takes care of it. Actually, no, he texts me back the next morning. He goes, good morning, Angel. I will be reaching out to you today. Sorry about yesterday. I had to leave early. Hope you're staying positive and focused. I go, yes, I'm trying. Thank you. I wanted to speak with you before I went in to work. I didn't go in because I was kind of afraid and worried, because I don't know what to expect. So is it okay for me to go in today? He says, I wouldn't, because there's a lot of changes that are being made, and I want to wait until all the smoke clears. So I told him, okay. Then this morning I said, good morning, I'm checking in to see if I can go to work today because I need to work. I'm out of a full week's of pay from last week because of all the harassment, and a day from last Friday. I don't know how I'm supposed to pay my bills. It's so frustrating. I did absolutely nothing wrong. I shouldn't have to worry about going to work without being discriminated against and harassed. I need to know something soon because I just can't be in limbo. And that was at 7:59. He texts me back at 8 o'clock and says, just got in the office, give me a second. And it's now almost 11. It is 10:51. And I've heard nothing. And they're still, I went by there drove by on Friday. Their car is still out there. I'm going to drive by today and see if the people that were harassing me, the boss, the manager, and the supervisor, if their cars are out there. So basically what it was a supervisor that used to be friends with me, which is weird, and another co-worker, which is training to be a supervisor. All of a sudden, as soon as I started training, they got upset about that because they had comments to make about that. But as soon as I started doing the training, they started really acting funny, and then that's when they told the manager that I was acting like I had an attitude the day after I started training. The day after. And my trainees, they were like, oh, you were wonderful, and you know, you did nothing wrong. And actually what I want to try to do is I want to try to get on the phone with one and see if she is available to speak and see if she will talk. Let me see. Let me see if she can talk. This is gonna be awkward. Hey, I'm on camera. Can I talk to you?
Who is that?
Bree.
Sorry, but the person you called.
Okay, she's not in, but if she calls me back before I put this video out, we'll definitely get her on. If not, we'll get her on next video, because I guarantee this is part one. This is only part one, because there's a lot that's going to be going on, so I'm going to keep you guys updated. Right now what I need to do is I need to file a charge with the EEOC, and then I'm going to go from there. But so right now we're just going to ride by, and I'm going to see if their cars are out there. So when we get that way, I'll come back, guys. Anything you want to say, babe?
No.
Do you have anything about what's going on? Like, what are your thoughts?
It's crazy. I mean, it's some kindergarten stuff that's going on over at that job. But you know, you just gotta do what you gotta do.
Babe, have I ever had an issue with that job before?
No, I never heard you have an issue. I mean, you come home and tell me everything that's going on at work. And this is the first time you told me something like this.
Out of the blue, just after training. When I was training that day, what did I call you and tell you? About the training and that they had me training.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm gonna answer your question. I had to turn. Yeah, the car's coming too fast.
Yeah, we don't want to get into an accident.
Yeah, I know. Be like, yeah, damn, ooh.
We almost got it to one. But yeah, remember I was so excited when I called you about the training class and everything?
Yeah, you was excited. You really felt like you was about to move up at this job.
And then remember you heard him. He was all happy. He was like, are they listening? You heard him in the background.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You came home, you told me, you was excited. And I thought, hey, you know, you're about to fulfill your dreams.
But that's not the first time they did that to me. Remember last time they were training me to be QC? And they trained me for 2 whole weeks. Then they offered me no extra pay.
Yeah.
And then they trained me, and then only to turn around and do a slap in the face and tell me that they weren't going to be having QC there. They were moving it to a different office. So, but in the meantime, though, when we were training though to do QC, it was me and another girl. And like, you're supposed to get keys to the building. I mean, to the office. They gave her keys to the office, but they didn't give me keys to the office. And the girl who was training me specifically told me that the manager said, don't give me the keys. But he wants me to do the job, but I can't get all the perks as other employees. And I'm not saying, I don't know, but everybody that basically that's in this situation, everybody is Caucasian. So yeah, I don't get the same opportunities. So he told me that, and then was promising it to me. I got sick for a little bit, came back, and there was another person taking my spot. Like, and I didn't say nothing about it. Like, they take advantage of me probably because, like, I really don't say nothing and I don't speak up, but they got me messed up this time. Like, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of people discriminating against people, harassing people, thinking they can get away with it. And I have proof because I'm a YouTuber, so I document everything. So it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. So if you guys know if you guys have any advice that you can give me, as of right now, I'm just in limbo. Like I said, I'm pretty sure once this video comes out, they'll probably try to fire me, but it doesn't matter because they've already given me a hard time because I've reported stuff. So regardless, they're gonna get sued regardless. So, and that's gonna be interesting too. I'm gonna try to get as much money as I can. It'd be nice to take the company so I could run it the way it's supposed to be ran. But anyways, like I said, we're going to drive by and see if they're out there, if they are or not, and then I'll get back on. Yeah, guys, we just drove by and their cars are still there. That's crazy, right?
I know.
Their cars are still there, you guys. But you know what? That's okay because God knows He don't like ugly. And you can't get by in life by discriminating against people and treating people like they're less than. But that's gonna all come out to light. There's another thing too. What really got to me when I first started working there, there was another black lady that was working there, and the same people that are saying things that are treating me the same way were telling me things about this black lady, saying that she has an attitude that's really weird, and I never really seen it out of this woman. And they were like basically just always saying things. They're telling me I shouldn't be around her. You know, we're the only two black ones there, so naturally she's gonna try to talk to me. But she really wasn't really saying much except for exactly what's going on right now. She was warning me about these people, but I figured, you know, I'll stay to myself, I'll be fine. But lo and behold, she was right.
Now you're going through the same thing that she was going through when you first started.
And then when they got her out, they all ganged up on her and wrote some reports or something to get her fired or whatever. It was crazy. And I'm going to tell you why she got fired. She got fired because somebody tested positive for COVID. And it was like she came back after 2 weeks.
Back to work,
After 2 weeks and she was still positive. Ooh. She came back after 2 weeks and she was still positive, and the lady was saying that, you know, you have to be negative. And the people at the job were saying, well, we're not going to have people off of work for 3 months. You know, you stay positive for 3 months. So they basically said that she was starting trouble because she was concerned about the COVID guidelines. And right after that happened, that's when, because she filed a complaint, and they were saying, oh, she's going to file a complaint. They were telling us and everything. And then they said, okay, now it's time for us to spread apart. 6 feet apart. Because they were worried that
she was going to start.
Yeah, that they were going to be investigated and somebody was going to come in there with a camera or whatever. But yeah, we weren't, we were all together. But then now they're back at it again. Like they're still not 6 feet apart or whatever, but I'm way away from everybody else. So, but yeah, that's today. I'm sorry to have to come after you guys with this rant, but I feel so much better. I had to get it off my chest. They can go ahead and I mean, think that they're going to get away with it, but they got Miss Angel Baby and the Anderson family messed up, all the way up. So I will keep you guys updated on what's going on. So you guys, thanks for hearing me ramble today.
Rambo.
And I know he's been listening to it. And well, yeah, thank you guys so much. Thank you for all the support. Make sure you guys like, comment. We could definitely use some advice or anything. And make sure you subscribe to the channel. Subscribe. You guys remember, once we hit that 2K, Miss Angel Baby will be shaving her hair off. Mr. Valentino will be doing it with his hands, his clippers, his scissors. Thank you guys so much, and as always, peace.
Bye, y'all.
Okay, guys, I'm back. So she called me. She's on the phone right now, Bree, and I'm gonna. Hey, Bree.
Hey. Hello?
Yes. Okay. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, so Bree is one of the ones that I trained you guys on the day of training. So can you just tell them a little bit of like how the training went or whatever, and did you sense in like just actually what happened? Because I don't want to put words in your mouth.
The training was fine. Like I said, we didn't have any problems. We went through it really fast. Everybody caught on to everything, and trainer again for some reason, so it was kind of weird.
Hold on, I'm sorry, my phone accidentally went down. What was that? Go ahead, start over. I'm sorry.
We just noticed that, at least I noticed that the managers and the supervisors started acting weird towards our trainer after the training class. So I didn't know if there was any previous tension or whatever, but it was just, you could feel there was, some smoke in the air about it or something.
Yeah, I just think it's crazy because everything seemed fine. Everything was fine, and I was happy. But
everything was fine, but it's literally as soon as they put us on the floor, we never saw you again.
Yeah.
I thought you got fired. I was like, where did our trainer go? She was supposed to be, shadowing us and, making sure we were good, and I never saw you again. And I just see you two, like, 2 days later on break, and I was like, oh, I thought you got fired and let go. I thought you were gone, like. But no, they just put you away, far away on the corner on the other side of the call center, away from everybody.
Yeah, I know. And then it just seems like one by one, all my trainees were getting fired without warning.
Yep.
So, yeah, I haven't been back. And, yeah, I just wanted to, because, like, I want to make sure it wasn't me. Did I do something wrong?
No, it wasn't you at all. It was, honestly, I didn't get fired. I left the job. I left the job because I felt like they were discriminating towards all the black people in the call center. So, that same morning before I left, they had fired Tarek. Apparently, he wasn't doing calls back to back, but I've never taken a call back to back, like did a recall on somebody. And they never, questioned me about it, so that was very odd. And then even that morning too, Shakira, they had her crying. She was like, I don't know if I can do this job. They keep stressing me out, putting pressure on me. And she's getting harassed by one of the managers too. Like, he's trying to flirt with her and shit, making her feel weird and uncomfortable. So it's just like a lot of shit that was going on.
Yeah, that's crazy. You were telling me about it. I was like, that doesn't really shock me because they usually do that when the females come. Mm-hmm. They like to flirt with them and stuff. But yeah, there's a lot going on. But me and my husband just drove by and their cars are still out there. So the ones that are harassing us, that were harassing me.
What about my check though?
You just got to go pick it up.
Shit. Okay.
When did you work? Last week? Or the week
last week was the last week. Before I worked Memorial Day week, and then last week 2 days.
Oh, so you got it. So you have a check there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you have a check there. But yeah.
And then I'm gonna have one this Friday too, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm trying to figure out what the hell's going on. I really do appreciate you taking your time to talk to me, for real. And
yeah,
to
Derek too. He was shook as fuck. That solidified it for me when we went on break, and I see him standing by the dumpsters and shit. Cause I know he takes the bus to work, and I'm like, what the fuck happened? They're like, they just fired me. I said, what? They said, yeah, apparently I wasn't taking calls back to back, and Amanda fired him.
Amanda fired him?
Yo, I made it viral. I was like, what the fuck? And Amanda was like making fun of him being gay and shit. And then she was all like, yeah, he's such a fucking drama queen. And she didn't like him from the start because he was gay too.
Wow.
Yeah, so there's some weird shit at that fucking call center. I'm glad I'm out.
That is crazy.
And I'm finna go get my motherfucking check. Shit.
That is so crazy. Oh, you guys, I didn't mean to hang up on her. I didn't mean to hang up on her, you guys. I was trying to... I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hang up on you, girl. I was trying to delegate this camera and I'm like, it's falling and everything. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this vlog up and then I'll call you back. Alright, bye. See, guys? There you go. There was a lot being said. I don't know how much that I can put on there because there was a lot of cuss words, but we're gonna try to see what we can do with it. Yeah, we just had our outro, but now we're back. So that was interesting. Alright guys, we'll talk to you next video. Peace.